The Colosseum, originally known as the Flavian Amphitheater, was initiated by Emperor Vespasian of the Flavian dynasty. Construction began in AD 72 and was largely completed by AD 80 under his successor and heir, Titus. The Colosseum was built on the site of Emperor Nero's Domus Aurea, a vast palace complex. After Nero's death, Vespasian sought to reclaim the land for public use and demonstrate the power and benevolence of his rule. By converting the private estate into a public entertainment venue, Vespasian aimed to gain favor with the Roman populace. The construction was a massive endeavor, utilizing tens of thousands of slaves and a wide array of building materials. The primary materials used included travertine limestone for the main pillars, tuff for the secondary walls, and concrete for the vaults. The labor and resources dedicated to the construction reflected the importance of the Colosseum to the Roman Empire. The Colosseum's design was an extraordinary feat of Roman engineering. Standing at about 50 meters high, 190 meters long, and 155 meters wide, it was the largest amphitheater ever built at the time. Its elliptical shape allowed for optimal viewing from any seat in the arena. The structure is composed of 4 stories, the first 3 of which include large arcades featuring Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian columns. The top story, known as the attic, was adorned with Corinthian pilasters and had small windows interspersed throughout. The seating arrangement reflected the hierarchical nature of Roman society. The podium, closest to the arena, was reserved for senators and VIPs. Above that, the Menianum Primum seated the equestrian class. The next level, the Menianum Secundum, was divided into 2 sections, the lower part for wealthy citizens and the upper part for the common populace. The topmost section, the Menianum Summum and Lignius, which was added later, accommodated women and the poorest citizens. The Colosseum hosted a variety of events that were integral to Roman culture. Gladiatorial contests were perhaps the most famous, where trained fighters, gladiators, would battle each other or wild animals to the death. These spectacles were not only a form of entertainment, but also a demonstration of the power and control of the empire over life and death. Animal hunts, venations, were another popular event. Exotic animals from the far reaches of the Roman Empire, including lions, elephants, and bears, were imported for these hunts. The elaborate staging often included artificial scenery to replicate forests or deserts. Public executions were also a grim spectacle, where condemned criminals met their fate in various brutal ways, sometimes as part of a larger narrative or reenactment of myths and historical battles. The Colosseum could also be flooded for mock naval battles, naumachii, showcasing Rome's naval prowess. These events required sophisticated engineering to manage the water supply and drainage systems necessary for such spectacles. The Colosseum's use for entertainment declined by the 6th century as the Roman Empire fell into decline. Natural disasters, including several earthquakes, caused significant damage. In the medieval period, the amphitheater was repurposed for various functions. It served as a fortress, a quarry for building materials, and even housing for a religious order. Much of the original stone and marble were stripped away for other constructions in Rome. Despite this, the Colosseum remained an iconic structure and a symbol of Rome's enduring legacy. Efforts to preserve the Colosseum began in earnest in the 18th century. Pope Benedict XIV declared it a sacred site, commemorating the Christian martyrs who were believed to have died there, although this claim is debated among historians. In the modern era, restoration projects have aimed to stabilize the structure and prevent further decay. These efforts include reinforcing the foundation, cleaning the stonework, and improving visitor access. The ticket options typically include standard entrance tickets, guided tours, and combined tickets that include access to the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill. Standard tickets. These usually include access to the Colosseum, Roman Forum, and Palatine Hill. The ticket is typically valid for 2 consecutive days, allowing flexibility in planning your visit. Prices may vary, but as of the latest updates, standard adult tickets cost around €18, with additional booking fees for online purchases. Guided tours. Guided tours provide a more in-depth experience and often include skip-the-line access. These tours can be booked through the official site or third-party providers. Prices for guided tours generally start around €30 and can go higher depending on the inclusions and the tour length. Special access tickets. Some tickets offer special access to areas not included in the standard ticket, such as the arena floor, underground chambers, and the Belvedere, upper levels. These tickets are limited and usually more expensive. See you soon.